This is Liz Webber for the Trent Tube. The election on Thursday. AV, yes or no? If you ask most people what AV is, they probably think it's something to do with a vehicle or car licensing or something. AV is the alternative voting system, which they use in Australia, Papua New Guinea and Fiji, I think, the only places in the world. The reason we've got this referendum is because in order for the Tories and the Lib Dems to have their coalition, Nick Clegg insisted on having a referendum on proportional representation. This is a form of proportional representation which is not used very much in the world. Is it good or is it bad? Interesting question. David Cameron says it's bad. Well, the system we've had in this country forever has been first past the post. If one person in an election gets one vote more than someone else, they're elected as MP and the others aren't. The AV system's a little bit similar. It's sort of like PR, but you vote for people in your order of preference. So if you are a Green Party supporter, for example, but you know that the Green Party isn't going to get in, you might want to listen to what the Labour and the Conservative parties have to say about green issues. So then you decide if you're going to put number 1 for the Green Party, then you'll put number 2 for either the Tories or the Lib Dems or the Labour Party, whichever one you feel is going to have more impact on the environment. However, it can be that some parties like the BNP, which nobody particularly wants in, well, at least I don't, could get more votes that way. I'm really not sure whether to vote yes or no, and this is 2 days before, 3 days before. PR is great, but the way some countries that have PR has been run, such as Italy, God, they got Berlusconi, my God, that doesn't really fill me with enthusiasm. In Ireland they also have a different form of PR which doesn't seem to work too well either. So at the end of the day, I'm still not sure whether to vote yes or no. I don't think anybody else is, and I suspect if you walk down the street, if you ask people what AV is, they'll say what? And what about a referendum? What referendum? Oh dear. I think, Nick Clegg, you've wasted a lot of money.